Very good afternoon, students. In today's session, we are going to study uh, the MySQL database, how we are going to create a database, and what are the use of MySQL queries that will help you in creating different database and in terms of electronics equipment. So prior to that, would like to first have the software that is a MySQL server version. So in today's session, I will just going to cover you first very basic step of installation of MySQL server. So I would like to share the screen so that you can have the initial process from downloading that software up to the installation of that. So I will going to share the screen. Yes. Yes, now my screen is shareable, visible to all students. Right. So you can just type in Google that MySQL Server 5.5. You can download the 32-bit version if you have been running the 32-bit system. Otherwise, if you are running with i3, i5 processors with Windows 10, you can download the 64-bit. I just recommended you can use the MySQL Server version of 5.5 for your installation of the practical. Once you're going to be install your search on Google, so it will going to give the number of result. I just recommended you to just click on the www.filehorse.com. Once you are going to click on this, the link will going to be appear, that is MySQL 5.5.22. It is 32-bit version. For my system it is running 32-bit, so I downloaded that. You just click on that and your file is ready with you. Then once it is going to be downloaded, I just open that folder. It is going to be downloaded on this my folder, that is my subject folder ESD. So once it is going to be downloaded perfectly, so make sure that the antivirus and the virus may not corrupt your system of .exe file. So once you downloaded this file, it has a 31 MB size. You can check it out at your whenever you are installing on your laptops or systems. So the size which is available on the website and the size which is available at your system, make sure that it is exactly the same. Otherwise, if it is going to be corrupted, that the size of your file that is going to be installed on your or downloaded on your system is going to be less. So make sure that 31 MB size will be perfectly for your all the files. So I will just going to move to the next procedure, that once it is going to be downloaded, you just double click on that. Then it will going to be asked that do you want to run this file? Yes, I will just going to click on run. Then after that it will going to open a dialog box that is welcome to MySQL Server 5.5. So very clear and very important that your MySQL server version you should download. Do not download the MySQL communities and other, because it may use the server installation, but it may take a large time to install at your system. So I recommended you to and that MySQL Server 5.5. So here you can click on the next. Then I should agree for the terms in the license agreement. I just click on the I accept. Then I click on the next. Then I just click on the custom. Then I just check it out whether my developer, yes, developer components are going to be available. I just click on that and I just going to click on the next. Then I will going to click on the ready to install the MySQL server. Yes, I will ready to install, so I click on the install. So it will take some time for the installation of the server on your system. So the status that this is going to be initiated. Once it is going to be initiated, it will start embedding, and the exactly progress bar it is going to be appear on your screen. So we just waited for the it will take the installation of MySQL Server 5.5. Now it will ask, do you want to allow the program to install the software? Yes, I will going to allow to install the software. I will just click on yes. Yes. So now it's validating our installation process. Yes, it will going to copying the new files to your systems, and it will going to updating the installation. Yes. Now you click on the MySQL Enterprise version. You can just click on the next. Then you can click on the next. Yes. So you can click the finish button to exit the setup wizard. Yes. Now it is going to be exited, and then it will going to launch your MySQL instance. Yes. So again, it will give us a pop-up that do you want to install the MySQL instance configuration? Yes. Yes, I want this. Yes, I will click on the yes. Then it will go into actual process of wizard of installation of your MySQL server. So here is a welcome to MySQL server instance configuration. So make sure that previous steps of your server installation are perfectly completed. There should not be any flaws. Otherwise, it will not going to able to install perfectly on your system. The configuration wizard that allow to configure MySQL 5 server instance to continue. Yes, I just want to continue. I will click on this. Now here it will give the three options are available. So out of that, we are installing the server machine. So we don't want to install the developer machine and dedicated MySQL server machine. But if you want to make it the large integration of your developer thing machines, or you want to create a dedicated server, you can click alternate option. But for my academic purpose and educational purposes, I will going to create the server machine. I will click on the server machine. Now next I will going to click on it will going to ask you for the please select the database usage. So three types of database uses are available. That is a multifunctional, transactional and non-transactional. So the multifunctional, you want to make it whenever you want to create a developer machine, you can select the multifunctional database. Right now I just non-transactional database I just want to create. So I will click on the non-transactional database. So I will click on non-transactional database only. Then it will going to ask for the settings. So it will going to be asked for the please set the appropriate number of concurrent connection times to the server. Means these are very important when you are installing this software or server as a part of dedicated server in your own organization or own premises. So at that time it will give very important factor for server connections and the speed during the transaction of the databases. Right now I just want to go with the manual setting. So with manual setting, I just want the maximum users of say yes 50 users. I can take it as a 75. No option, no issues of that. So, but I will take it to 50, and that my concurrent connections are needed. Then I will going to click on the next. Then enable TCP/IP. Yes. So I just want to enable, and I will going to add the firewall exception. So for this port, so I will going to add the firewall exceptions for this port. So then I will going to click on the next. Yes. So it will again going to be asked for the default character set, right? So for the default characters, I will just check it out with my system that what are my default characters are going to be available. So because sometimes if the characters are going to be different, then it will going to may create issues with that. Suppose if you don't want to create the default characters, otherwise it will not be an issue. So I will check it. Yes, I will going to check it out again. Yes, now I got the answer and that I don't want to go for the any character supports, right? So out of these three options, that is default character set, I will going to click on the second option, that is best support for the multi linguism, and so I will going to select those. You can select also standard character set, but I just want to go for the best because it will going to support UTF-8, that is the default characters. So I will going to select the second option, then I will going to click on the next. Then it will going to ask please set the Windows option, right? So I don't want to go with the Windows services, but I want to include my bin directory to Windows path. So I will going to click on the second option, that is include bin directory in Windows path. So I will going to click on the next. Then it will going to be process for your configurations. So in the first part we completed the installation of the server, and on the second part of this video we are processing your configuration process, because this configuration process will help you for your next of the creating database extracting database or transferring one database from one location to the another location. So that's why it is very important. So it will going to preparing the configurations, then it writing a configuration file. Yes, so the configuration file, it will gives a message configuration file is created, press finish to close the wizard. Yes, now the configuration file is going to be created. So if you click on your Windows uh, button, so your MySQL 5.5 command line is going to be installed. If it is not going to be made available on your dashboard, so you can directly click on MySQL over here, or the version of 5.5, then it will going to prompt for the MySQL 5.5 command line sorry. So you can go for the either both of the way, but by default, whenever you are going to be selecting as include in your starting database, so it will going to be appear in the command line. So I will just going to open this part and going to yes. So it will going to be asked for the password. So one step I just want to forgot to tell you, the password of that is you set it at the initial time during before finishing process is the root username, and I just keep it the password. So I will type the same password over here. Yes. So sometimes if it is a fail to match your password, that at that time it will going to give sometimes error, right? Type the password. So these are the typical ways in which you can install your MySQL on your system. So thanks for watching my videos. If you have any queries, please try to put in my comment box. Thank you very much.